Hi guys, my name's Richard. I normally do art classes with Flourish Australia and the hospital on behalf of Artpeace Project. So I'm making this video to make up for the classes that we're not able to do at the moment at the hospitals, Shell Harbour and Wollongong, and also Flourish Australia New Outlook. So today we'll be drawing a pony. And if you want to go on and make that into a painting, then please go ahead and do that. I've made a little video. It's pretty fast at the beginning, and then it slows down, and then I'll talk you through it. So the first fast bit is just to show you what actually happens, and then we'll slow down, and you'll have plenty of time to go step by step. I'll see you at the end of the video, and good luck. So we're going to be drawing this pony. You don't have to do it in the same colors. You could do rainbow colors, all kind of colors, but this is a basic outline. You see on this that the cross is basically where the shoulder is, and there's a diagonal that indicates the angle of the body because it's facing away from us. So your paper is going to look like this, a cross in the middle of the paper and a gentle angle of a line just heading away from us. I guess it starts about 1/3 across from the end of the page and goes to the right hand side at a gentle angle. We align the oval with that line, so the oval is at a slight slope as well. And this is going to happen a few times as we construct the pony, mostly out of ovals. So then we make another line, more or less 45 degrees. It's a little bit to the right of the cross, and then it heads up about 45 degrees, almost heading towards the corner, but not getting that far. Heading towards the top corner. We align the second oval, it's a bit smaller than the first, with that line, and that gives us the bulk of the neck. The lines are useful because they show us the direction of the oval, and they sort of show us the size. So this is going to be the head. So it's heading down more or less 90 degrees. And this oval is going to be a little bit smaller as well than the second one. And this is going to give us the shape of the head. So draw your oval around that line. And there you can see the head, the neck and the body shape already starting to emerge, even though it looks a little bit like a balloon pony. Then we draw another line for the leg. Now this one's not going to be an oval, it's going to be more of a rectangle shape, although it might flare out a little bit at the bottom because the Shetland ponies, they have kind of big feet. So there's your rectangle, aligned with that one. Now I'm going to draw another front leg in front of that one, but this one's going to be a little bit shorter because it's further away from us, so it's going to look a bit smaller. So a shorter line. Then we're going to draw another little rectangle around that one. Now the two back legs, they're quite close together, and they're, from the angle we're looking at it, they look like they join. So we're just going to draw one line, and that line's going to indicate the center line between the two back legs. So it's not quite at the back of the pony, it's about 1/3 or 1/4 back. So that line indicates the center of the two legs. I'm going to draw more or less a squarish rectangle kind of shape around that. Now we've got our basic pony shape. The legs, the head, the body, and the neck. And like I said before, even if it does kind of look like a balloon pony so far, what it's going to do is it's going to give us the basic shape and proportions and the directions as we go along now, and we're going to refine the lines. So we use this as a kind of a map. to guide us. Now the ear is more or less like a teardrop shape or like a leaf. And you can see where it sits in relation to those two ovals, right in the overlapping section. Now the eye is another kind of a leaf shape, and it's kind of at an angle, the same way that the ovals were at an angle. It's not straight across, it's kind of at an angle from one corner to another, sloping slightly downwards. And we draw a zigzag. The zigzag can follow a kind of a curve across the middle of the eye, and then from there we're going to just color that in, and that's going to give us the impression of long eyelashes and deep dark eyes. They always look kind of thoughtful, the ponies. So you can also draw some maybe little lines around the eye to show you the form of the head and the eye socket. And then you'll notice the nose shape, it looks kind of like number 6, but sort of fallen over and back to front. Okay, so the hair, I don't know who remembers Billy Idol, but you know, could be Boris Johnson. Kind of a curve, zigzaggies. Then the nose, it's a nice kind of swoop down like a ski jump nose. So see how it's a bit different from the original curve we did? Scoops down, comes across, and then it's kind of squarish finally on the end, but with still a bit of a curve around the nose. Now the mouth, it comes in again, it's kind of a curve downwards, and then it gets thicker and then thinner again as it comes back out. So now the jawline, it's kind of like an S. See how that makes a kind of an S shape around the chin and then down towards the jaw. Now look at all that lovely mane hair. So it's just one big zigzag. It comes right down past the neck all the way to the chest. Now the back shape, it's a quick scoop down, scoop out of that top part of the oval, and then back around the rump of the pony. It sort of follows the curve of the oval around the back of it, but there's a bit of a scoop at the top. Now the leg, you'll just have to kind of look at that carefully. It's kind of like a dog's leg. It's got a kind of an elbow pointing backwards, if you want to think of it that way, and then great big feet. Then a scoop up and then down. So scoop up and then down into that oval and then back down to follow the oval. So the belly's right on the original oval line, but there's a bit of a scoop from the leg up and then down. And we draw the other leg, see how it fits in that original square that we drew, but you sort of scoop a little bit out of that square as well. And then nice big feet too. Now these feet look pretty small, but that's because the pony's actually kind of facing towards us, so the front feet look bigger. Again, it's that wobbly line with an elbow kind of shape going backwards, and then big clumpy feet. You can make them even bigger than that, emphasize the flare. They're pretty cute, and they might have a lot of fur down at the bottom of their feet. So we're nearly there with drawing the pony. We've just got one more leg to go. And we're just going to draw in the neck. Notice how it also fits in between the hairs of the mane and joins all the way up to the chin, but it goes behind the hair. Sometimes it helps to think of a wiggly line as a kind of S shape or a number 3 or something like that. So you'll see on the left hand side of this final leg there's a kind of a stretched out S shape, and then it scoops down the bottom in a nice curve for the foot and then back up. The tail is also very similar to the mane, just a few sort of zigzaggy lines to indicate the hair of the tail. And then that's your basic pony outline. However you want to go ahead finally and color it in, that's up to you. And you might find that you want to draw this on a canvas, you might want to paint it, you might want to change the colors. In this example I've put the original brown that this pony had. I saw this pony last year at Spring into Corrimal Street Festival, because it was very, very cute, and it had these basic colors. You can use browns and sort of warm yellows, yellow ochres. There's the kind of natural colors, the background colors. I'd recommend go towards, warm greens and warm yellows and oranges if you want a kind of a warm feeling, but you might make it more pretty with purples, turquoise, pinks, purples, anything you like really, patterns, or just leave it blank. So it's your artwork. I hope you've enjoyed making this pony, and yeah, if you want to draw it up onto a canvas or something like that, then there's lots of options to explore, and we might have a look at some of those next week. If you've got suggestions for other animals, perhaps you've got a pet or something like that that you'd like to draw, let me know. Hope you've enjoyed the lesson.